Hello and welcome to this Scientific Principles video with Elec training. This video is all about resistors in parallel, and we're now going to look at how we calculate the total resistance when a number of resistors are connected into a circuit in parallel. So it's called a parallel circuit. So here are three resistors connected in parallel. Now this actually holds true whether there's 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever number. If they're connected in parallel, the same process is used, and that is that we don't add up the values to find the total resistance, but rather we add the reciprocals. And a reciprocal is simply where the number in question is written as 1 over that number. So for example, the reciprocal of the number 3 would be 1 over 3. So the reciprocal of R1 would be 1 over R1. So we have a formula, and it's always good to write your formula down to start with. And it's this: 1 over RT equals 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. And if there were more resistors connected in parallel, you just keep adding the reciprocals on one after the other. So 1 over RT means the reciprocal of the total resistance, and we get that by adding the reciprocals of each of the resistors. So that's the rule we must remember for a parallel circuit, and that is that the resistance is found by adding the reciprocals. So in a parallel circuit you must add the reciprocals to find the total resistance. So let's work through an example. So here we have three values now for our resistors: 9 ohms, 12 ohms and 18 ohms. So first step, write your formula down, and that is again 1 over RT equals 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. Second stage is to write the numbers in. So we write the formula again, but this time we write 1 over RT equals 1 over 9 plus 1 over 12 plus 1 over 18. Now we're going to add them. So in order to do that, because they are fractions, reciprocals are just fractions where the top number is a 1. So in order to add them, we need to find the lowest common denominator. That is the number in which all of the bottom numbers, the 9, the 12 and the 18, would divide into. So the lowest number that would be the common denominator in this case is 36, because 9 will divide into 36 and 12 will divide into 36 and 18 will also. So we now have for our formula 1 over RT equals, on the top we've got 4 plus 3 plus 2, and the reason we've got those numbers is because if you take the first reciprocal, 1 over 9, we ask ourselves, well, how many times does 9 go into 36? And the answer is it goes in 4 times. So we're going to multiply the 9 by 4, and that's what we've got at the bottom of the fraction. But we're also going to multiply the top by 4, so 1 times 4 is 4. Then for the second reciprocal, we've got 1 over 12. So how many times does 12 go into 36? And the answer is it goes in 3 times. So we're going to have a 3. And then 1 over 18, and 18 goes into 36 twice, so we're going to have a 2. So we've got 4 plus 3 plus 2 over 36. So note we don't add the 36 3 times at the bottom, we just simply got one value, the common denominator is 36, but on the top we've now got 4 plus 3 plus 2. And that gives us 9 over 36. So we would write that down. We would write 1 over RT equals 9 over 36. The next stage is to invert both sides of the equation to find RT. What do I mean by that? Well, we're starting with 1 over RT equals 9 over 36. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply a rule that we've previously learnt about transposing formulae. And one of those rules was that anything you do to one side of the formula, or one side of the equal sign, you must do the same thing to the opposite side. Now, by literally flipping the fraction upside down, we can find RT, because 1 over RT upside down becomes RT over 1. Now you'll notice I haven't written over 1 on the right hand side there, because you don't actually need to. If you've got a 1 at the bottom of the fraction, it's the same as if it's just not written at all, because RT divided by 1 is the same as RT. Just as any number, 7 divided by 1 is still 7. So we're not actually showing the over 1 anymore. However, we've got now the value for RT. But because we've flipped the fraction on the left hand side, we've also got to flip the fraction on the right hand side for the formula still to balance. And so we end up with 36 over 9. This means that RT equals 36 divided by 9. And we can easily calculate that through to find that the answer is 4. So the total resistance is 4 ohms. And now I'm going to show you the easy way. So why do something the hard way when you can do it the easy way? And the easy way is to use a scientific calculator. So if you haven't got your scientific calculator to hand, you might want to pause the video and just get your calculator, and then you can work through the example with me. So we're going to use the same example. We already know the answer came up as 4 ohms, but this time we're going to use our calculator. And so the values 9, 12 and 18 ohms are the same. So we're going to add them by using a particular button on the calculator called the X-1 button. The X-1 button, and on this calculator it's that button there in that middle of that row, X-1. And what that button does is it puts into the calculator the reciprocal of the number we enter. So that's doing what we want. We want to add the reciprocals, and that's the shortcut way of doing it. So step by step, if you just follow this, you'll get to the answer. So we press 9, because that's the first resistor value. Then we press X-1, so that will convert it to a reciprocal. Then we press plus, then 12, then X-1 again, then plus, then 18, and the X-1 button again, because that's now added the reciprocals of those 3 numbers. And if you press the equals button, you'll have an answer, but it's not the answer. We're not quite there yet, because that's the reciprocal of the total resistance. So now in order to find the total resistance, we're going to press the X-1 button again and the equals button again, and we've now found the value of the total resistance, and your calculator should be reading 4 ohms. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's certainly a lot easier than all the longhand maths that we were doing previously. And it's the way to go really. With calculating resistors in parallel, get used to using the X-1 button in this way, and you'll find it a lot easier and a lot quicker. So we're going to look in the next video at another example, and so we'll have a bit of practice at this. But for now, thank you very much for listening.